Creamer Media's Mining Weekly is interviewing Sam Rodder, the MD and CEO of Podium Minerals, a company focused on becoming Australia's leading producer of platinum group metals, which support the world's low-carbon energy transition. Podium is reporting a breakthrough in platinum recoveries through a smelterless technology at its Park Reef Platinum Group Metals PGM project in Western Australia. Hi Sam, it's great to chat to you once again. When Mining Weekly spoke to you in the late November, intensive hydrometallurgical testing was underway by yourselves, which pointed to smelterless technology producing material suitable for refinery feed. Mining Weekly understands that Podium has now completed 21 leach optimization tests, which point to an unlocking of further value at laboratory scale. What specific progress has been made, Sam?
Since November, as you mentioned, after our really strong, heavily informed baseline, we've been able to focus on how we optimise and look to optimise value at our Parks Reef project. Our focus has been around how do we optimise our metal recoveries through our atmospheric leach test, but also continue to consider how to minimise waste through our processing stream and reduce energy through that processing stream. So, Martin, these 21 tests, was focused on all three of those events, but particularly around what are the levers required to increase recoveries of metals such as platinum, but also around iridium and rhodium and some of the base metal products we have within our ore body.
And iridium is very scarce. It's a very scarce PGM, and it's needed to generate green hydrogen and to catalyze hydrogen fuel cell technology. Are there indications of significant improvement when it comes to the recovery of iridium?
Yeah, and it's a really good question. I think equally we're seeing the uptake of iridium along with platinum as critical ingredients to those PEM electrolyzers you speak of. So it's absolutely important for us to focus on how to optimize recoveries of iridium. Through these last 21 tests, we've seen strong increases around oxide recovery of iridium, and we've seen and start to understand some of those drivers around increasing iridium recovery in our sulfide. So really important factor around our optimized test work, and we continue to look to extract as much metal as we can out of our ore body, in particular with iridium as well.
And smelterless technology is very appealing in a South Africa which is short of electricity. But what has motivated Podium's focus on hydrometallurgical processing in Western Australia, which has none of South Africa's power constraints?
It was interesting to see recently on our trip over to South Africa. I think we have seen how resilient the South African PGM industry is, and are pleased to see steps being taken by all of the major operators. For us, it's twofold. Whilst we have continuity and optionality around power supply in Australia, it's important for us, and particularly with a PGM metal suite, that we focus on minimising our energy footprint and our total carbon footprint associated with the Parks Reef project, and the production of what we are aiming to have is one of the lowest energy producing PGMs in the market, Martin. So that is one step. The second step in the benefit of us when we look at smelterless technology is also the opportunity to significantly add value to our Parks Reef project by removing the need for large logistical costs associated with remote operations in Australia. And that is looking to produce a high-grade, lower volume final product to really negate the need for significant trucking, train and rail and or shipping of our final product to PGM refineries.
And who holds the intellectual property of Podium's atmospheric leaching technology?
So good question, Martin. For us, we're working with our preferred partner here in Australia, but Podium Minerals holds the intellectual property over our atmospheric leaching, and that is the basis of our project and framework. But we're also continuing to look at advances and operationalize that technology moving forward. So it's significant steps forward, but it is a Podium Minerals specific technology at this stage.
And in what way does it differ from the hydrometallurgical CAL technology, which is on the way to going commercial at the expanding Sedibelo PGM mine in South Africa's northwest?
Oh, it's a great question, and we've had the opportunity to spend time with Keith and his team, and some of those are actually located here in Western Australia, and pleasingly we share, I guess, very similar outlooks around the potential for PGMs globally. The attraction around smelterless technology and atmospheric leaching for us is we have the ability, and we're looking to understand how we can leach either a direct ore or a low-grade concentrate to maximise recovery in our total product stream. We're also looking at atmospheric leaching as a simpler operational leaching process than what could be considered in a pressurised leaching technology. So particularly in today's age and in Australian-based processing where we have a skills and technical shortage, it's important to consider operational as well as cost and maximising metal recovery. And they really are the key factors around why atmospheric leaching is our first preference for downstream processing of PGMs.
And Sam, what in your view should be the biggest takeaway from this interview?
Oh, it's there's a few. I think for us, Podium is really looking and is making significant progress on a low carbon, lower energy intensive total life cycle of PGMs. We're looking at an opportunity to open up a PGM market and a PGM commodity sector in Australia. And we're really making strong advances around a technology which allows us to look at a high grade product which is suitable for global refineries, whether that's Africa or through some of the major refineries in Europe. So for us, it's about low energy, low carbon footprint PGMs globally. It's about meeting some of the demand deficits or some of the supply deficits which are forecast, and really is looking to improve the PGM industry overall.
That was Creamer Media's Mining Weekly, speaking to Sam Rodda, the MD and CEO of Podium Minerals.